If you enjoy watching daily television drama, you'll love Another Life. Refreshingly new, fast-paced, excitingly different.
Join us Monday through Friday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time.
Did he hurt you?
For me, science works. It's only humans that fail.
How can I help her? What can I do?
I'll tell you, God, that's who, and I'm tired of this man getting kicked around all the time.
Get hold of yourself.
When Russ and I finally do set a date, I want you to be my maid of honor.
Watch Another Life right here on Emmy TV.
Hi, I'm Tom Urich. Welcome to Kingsley. This is the home of the Davidson family. Scott, Terry, and the two children, Peter and Laurie. A lot goes on in here. A lot of the same things that happen in your family. A lot of love, a little bit of pain. In fact, the Davidson family might be a family just like yours. There may be one difference, but I'll let you see that for yourselves as you get to know them. Across town, there's another family, the Carpenters. Charles and his daughter Miriam. Not too long ago, these two families, the Davidsons and the Carpenters, went at it toe-to-toe. Miriam falsely accused Laurie of having an affair with her husband. Well, Miriam got a divorce and lost custody of her only child, but not before Laurie was proven innocent. Stumped by the Davidsons' ingenuity and outclassed by their moral strength, the Carpenters waited patiently to even the score. Scott Davidson is the anchorman of the local television news station, and he's taken a personal interest in his newest assignment. He's exposing a local drug ring that seems to have connections with Kingsley's upper crust and a Chicago crime syndicate. But Scott doesn't know that with each new clue, he's making more and more enemies, and some of them very dangerous. Just next door are the Cummings. Liz Cummings has come to rely on Terry Davidson's strength and love. Her husband, Jeff, who was once an optimistic salesman when they were first married, has become a cynical alcoholic. Jeff scorns Liz's reliance on Terry's strength and love. The question in this family, will Jeff drag Liz down with him? As if the Cummings weren't enough for Scott and Terry to deal with. They're having some family problems of their own right now. Laurie, who attends Kingsley College, is bringing home a very important young man, Russ Weaver. He's the campus football hero, and one whose conquests are not limited to the football field. However, Laurie feels that he's ready to settle down. Scott and Terry think otherwise, and they're right. Russ is frustrated by Laurie's refusal to sleep with him before they get married. In what he sees as a moment of weakness, Russ spends the night with Laurie's roommate, Becky Hewitt. Unsuspecting, Laurie has asked Becky to be her maid of honor when she and Russ get married. That's right. Russ and Laurie are heading home to tell Scott and Terry that they're going to be married. But there's trouble ahead, a tragedy. And that's where we'll be picking up the story. Just remember, the Davidsons are special people. You may know somebody just like them. They have a special strength that carries them through events that could destroy. Watch and see how the power of faith, hope, and love allows them to live another life.
Black. Very strong. I didn't sleep much last night.
Oh?
Terry, when are you going to get tired of hearing my problems?
Don't say that, Liz.
Well, you're only human. You must cringe every time you see me coming up the walk.
You know that's not true.
Oh, yes, I do. But I don't know why it's not true. You want to hear about last night?
Did he hurt you?
He didn't lay a hand on me. In fact, Jeff came home as happy as the pig in the mud, which might be right where he is.
Why was he happy?
Oh, Terry. He had this big wad of money, and he flashed it around like it was the solution I'd been waiting for. What is it about him? Is that all he thinks that I want?
Well, where'd he get it?
I don't know, which is why I couldn't sleep. He's working for Capital Distributors. You know what they're into.
I heard the rumors.
Well, Jeff ignores them. He says that he is only selling a product and that he is doing so well that he's pulling in $650 a week.
Cash?
That's what made me more suspicious. But to Jeff, it's just a joke. I mean, he says he's in the big leagues now. What's the point of worrying? I mean, what does it get me? Sleepless nights.
You've prayed, haven't you, Liz?
What have I got to give to God?
A prayer isn't a bargain, Liz. It's asking for free help, because you couldn't repay God anyway.
Well, I keep asking you for help, and I can't give you anything. No, at least I'll have the chance to pray with Jeff in Roanoke. I don't have a home. I have a runway with Jeff arriving and departing every day.
Liz, I should tell you. Gene Redlin was here last night. He told us that he saw Jeff at the cellar.
When was this?
After 11. Gene said when he left, Jeff was still there.
Alone?
No, Liz, not alone.
Like it?
Good morning.
Oh, I picked the biggest thing I could find. Next time I'll pack my own. I was wrong.
About what?
Thought I'd hate myself in the morning. No way.
No guilt allowed. At least not here.
City ordinance?
My own. Oh, I feel guilty, you know. Guilt ruins lives. It's those medieval rules hanging over our heads that kills all the fun.
Davidson's?
What?
Nothing, just some guy I know who can't get past thou shalt not.
Oh, that newscaster friend of yours.
He's not a friend. I can't stand the guy. My wife goes over there all the time. I'm her excuse. The Davidson security blanket.
Well, she'll be all there soon, right?
What's for breakfast?
I'm a lover, not a wife.
Yeah, well, you look like a wife.
What's the matter with this?
It's, nothing. It's just a robe.
Oh. The magic is wearing off, huh?
What magic?
Mandy, honey, you could make anything look good.
What do you mean you didn't look good? You just look, domestic.
Tonight I'll sleep in an evening gown.
Tonight, huh?
You mean you're not here to stay?
I never said I was.
Well, I was hoping.
What are you reading?
The Wall Street Journal.
Oh, incredible.
It's a good paper.
It's my little Mandy. She's just hungry for the world.
That's another thing I don't feel guilty about.
I can see you by the time you're 40. Corporate businesswoman with a complete staff. Downtown office. 3-week vacation in August, and maybe a little tuck here and there to keep you nice and fresh.
By the time I'm 40?
Well, business world's a hard place. It's the price of ambition.
Yes. Tell me about the business world.
You think I'm a failure, don't you?
What brought that on?
Oh, I'm not stupid. Got a lot of big men in that illustrious past of yours. I'm just a salesman.
Yes. That's all I could think about last night.
Yeah. So, now tell me what's in the cupboard that I can fix for breakfast.
Not much. I'm not a breakfast person.
No eggs?
I'm all out of those. And the juice is probably sour. See, when I worked at Primrose, we used to have breakfast in the cafeteria every morning, and then the girls and I would go out for lunch.
And then Grandfather Lauren and you would go out for dinner.
He wasn't that old.
By comparison.
Jeff, I don't apologize for anything I've done.
I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at the empty cupboard in there. Here, you just sit here and read your paper. I'll stand over here and starve. Really expect me to leave Liz for you? At least she'd have breakfast on the table when I got up. even if it was 1 in the afternoon.
Yes, I'm sure there are a lot of things she does well. Like putting all your socks in the right drawers. Whispering everything you want to hear in the heat of passion. I bet she even hangs a fresh shirt up in the bathroom at night, right?
All but the second. Our passion isn't so hot. I remember one night I really insulted her. I said our bedroom was like an iceberg. Boy, she let me have it. She says, it's not my fault you're too drunk. You know, she thinks I'm in Roanoke right now.
Well, if it came down to me, or scrambled eggs and starched collars, who would you pick?
I'll flip a coin. Tomorrow.
That's it. I can't trust a thing that he says anymore.
Well, there could have been a mistake. Maybe Jean thought someone else was Jeff. Sorry.
Oh, it's all right, Terry. My marriage is shot. The house is a tomb. Why should I put off the inevitable?
But what about Jennifer?
Oh, maybe the next time I could marry someone who would really be a father.
You don't love Jeff?
After what he's done?
Yes,
Terry, put yourself in my shoes. My husband deserted me. He bruised my child. He spent his last cent on liquor. Who could love a man like that?
I'm willing to bet you could. I think you still do.
All right. I'm guilty of that. But Terry, my love for Jeff is beginning to fade. It scares me. I've never been able to explain my feelings for Jeff, and that means I can't control them either.
Love is a commitment, Liz.
Terry, I want to believe that. But when a man is committed to ruining your life, you stop thinking love and start thinking survival.
Leaving Jeff might create more problems for you than it would solve.
Well, sure. I mean, I'd have to get a new credit rating. I would have to get a job. I would have to support Jennifer on my own. I mean, forget alimony. He can't even support me now. Legally, at least. There comes a time when you have to put aside idealism and use some common sense.
Why do I think you're trying to convince yourself?
I really should get a new friend. You're much too observant. I'm not afraid to file for divorce, Terry. I'm over that fear. It's really just a question of when to do it. But I'll still give this marriage every chance that I can.
Good morning, ladies.
Hi, Scott. You look nice.
Hey, that's her line.
Good morning, honey. Time for coffee?
No. Jean and I are getting started early. We're making contacts with the Coast Guard to help us with our drug investigation.
He'll leap into the jaws of danger the first chance he gets. That's my husband.
Well, you can't crack stories like this on the telephone, you know.
Scott, have you ever come across capital distributors in your investigation?
I'm afraid I have, Liz. Capital is probably the clearinghouse for all the drugs coming into the Bay. And I say probably because Nick Trench, who's the big boss behind it all, is very smooth. The police have never gotten anything on him. And from what I understand, his record is spotless, and he always pays his taxes promptly.
Well, is it possible that someone who's working for Trench could not be involved in the smuggling?
You mean Jeff? I don't know. It is a big business, that much I can tell you. But if the police ever throw a net over that place, everyone on the inside is going to have a whole lot of questions to answer. You think Jeff is selling more than liquor?
Oh, I'm not sure. I just have this funny feeling that he doesn't know what he's gotten into. And the worst of it is, I don't think he'll realize it until he tries to get out.
Becky, can I come in?
You know who you're looking at? Lori's maid of honor. Honor. Is that a kick?
When'd she ask you?
This morning, as soon as she got up.
What did you say yes for?
What am I supposed to say? No, Lori, I can't. Russ and I, we have this thing going behind your back.
We don't have anything going.
Okay, had.
Once. A mistake. And if you don't mind my saying so, it's a mistake that you just can't seem to forget, can you?
And, you have?
Get crowded out of my mind. There's a lot more to think about.
Yeah, well, that's me. Good old Becky just sits around thinking about all her past mistakes.
Look, what did you call me here for anyway, huh?
You almost asked Lori to marry you without checking with me first, Russ.
You gotta be kidding. Since when do I gotta check with you? You pregnant?
No, I'm not. I wouldn't be here if I was.
Well, now that was a pretty cold shot, wasn't it?
What, not getting pregnant? You want to try again?
You're leading me on.
I could have done it for a lot longer.
Thanks for being so thoughtful. You know, sometimes I don't know if you're all there.
What's that mean?
I gotta get to class.
You just stand there. Now, what is that supposed to mean?
You act as if you didn't know this was coming. Lori and me. Then you call me over here just to watch me squirm? What kind of game are you playing anyway?
Get out of here, okay? Just get out of here.
It's over, Becky. If it ever began in the first place. It's just something that happened, and leave it at that, okay? Cool.
Okay, Sir Russell. I don't need you anyway.
Hey, Harry, how's the man of my dreams?
Don't be cruel to an older man. Where's Jeff?
He dropped me off and went to the bank. He's making a deposit for a change.
Yeah, I hear Nick's taking good care of him. You can't help wondering, though, man, how much does he know?
Not much, Harry. He's not the inquisitive type.
That's good. Is he coming back here?
Yeah, he should be here any time. Let me see the menu I'll order for him. I'll tell you what. Give me 2 specials. We're celebrating.
May I help you?
It's me, Harry.
Liz Cummings. I haven't seen you in here in a long time.
I'm not spying. I'll just come out and ask you. Was Jeff in here last night?
Liz, who can remember? I mean, Jeff's here so often I hardly notice when he comes or leaves.
Harry, last night. You can remember. It was late, after 11. I know that the crowd thins out by then on a weeknight.
I don't take attendance. I just serve drinks. It's tough to notice details when it's so routine, you know?
Jeff said that he was going to Roanoke.
Why don't you check his office?
Harry, I'd feel so foolish. Maybe you're right.
Sorry I can't help more, Liz. They say memory's the first to go, right?
Harry, don't tell Jeff, please. That I was here, I mean. Oh, I shouldn't lay that on you.
Liz, I get a lot of wives checking up on her husbands.
You should be proud.
Yeah. You know what it's like watching your bank balance go up instead of drop? I'm on top of the world. Where's Harry? I want to order something special.
I already ordered for us. What's wrong?
Well, thank you, Harry.
Wish you could have been more helpful. Bye.
What's the matter with you?
Look, buddy, I got a heart condition. Don't pull this on me.
What's she doing here?
She who?
His wife. She's asking questions, Jeff. She wanted me to tell her you were here last night. No, don't worry, I didn't. I said you should call your office.
Thanks, Harry.
Don't worry. I'll talk to Nick. He can cover for you.
You better thank the man.
She's closing in on me.
Oh, come on, Jeff. What else is new? You knew she suspected something.
Yeah, but she isn't sure. I want to keep her that way.
That I'd like to see. Why don't you just get yourself a divorce and move in with me? She doesn't have to be sure about anything that's happening.
Manny, there's a time to tell Liz about us and a place and a way, and the cellar at noon with you practically on my lap is neither one of them.
Still running scared, aren't you?
Come on, back off.
Look, Jeff, I'm not one for stormy scenes either. I already had that with Loring. I'm just saying you better make up your mind soon. I won't wait around forever. You've got to know that.
I'm serious now. Well, let's do it again. You be your father.
Russ, we're not engaged yet. Besides, there's nothing to worry about.
How would you know? You wouldn't be there.
I've only lived with the guy for 19 years, and he likes you.
Yeah, as a friend, maybe not as a son-in-law.
All right.
All right. Mr. Davidson, I'd like to talk to you for a moment, if I could.
Sure, Russell.
Well, come on. You wouldn't call me Russell.
Expect the unexpected.
All right. Okay, now let's see. Lori and I have been seeing each other for some time now, and, well, we think that we have is lasting and deep, and well, I'd like to ask you for permission.
You sound like Sir Lancelot.
I'm being proper. Your father's a proper man. He likes eloquent people.
Wrong. He likes people to be themselves.
What are you saying? I'm not myself and I'm not proper, huh? Besides, what does he want? Some dumb jock? Mr. Davidson, I got a thing for this broad of yours in
Just
here.
say Lori and I have decided to get married.
Oh, no, that aces him out of the picture. The whole idea of this thing is to get his permission.
Oh, right. What if he says no?
Don't tell me that. Then it's enough to keep a guy single.
Oh, he's going to be proud of you, Russ. He'll shake your hand, offer you a cigar.
That comes later.
Quit making such a big deal about it, okay? You're getting me nervous. Where would you take me on our honeymoon?
Well, being that I'm independently wealthy.
Ha!
I've got a whirlwind tour of Sandusky planned. Yes, we'll be staying at the fabulous Beds R Us in the outskirts of town with nightly entertainment by Fritz Schulman and his all-polka band.
Oh, but I'd be with you, all right?
You got it. If we ever do make it to a honeymoon, I don't plan on sharing you and competing for your attentions with any waterfalls or long, endless beaches somewhere.
Russ, you'll never have to compete for me.
Oh.
I'll be yours for the rest of our life.
Oh, let's pull over.
To have and to hold, to love and...
Oh, my God! Lori. Oh, my God. Lori. Lori!
and all's right with the world. Sorry, you're still sleeping.
I've been awake 3 hours. But...
You feeling okay?
Yeah, I pulled through.
Oh, I had trouble sleeping myself. But you know, I'm not tired. I just can't wait to see Mom and Dad.
Yeah, tell them you're almost engaged. Almost, I love that. What's he gonna do, buy you half a ring?
Funny.
Yeah, not really.
Beck, I have a question.
Yeah, if it's about your wedding night, ask your mother.
I'm serious.
What?
You're probably the best friend I have. You know, all that help that you gave us when you tried to prove that Paul and I were innocent, and always willing to listen to me, even when I'm grumpy. Well, what I'm trying to say is, when Russ and I finally do set a date, I want you to be my maid of honor.
Sure. Sure.
Come on.
Hey, is it soup yet?
Cookies, Peter.
Yeah, I know that was a joke, Mom.
Would you open the oven door for me, please?
Yeah.
You set the timer.
8 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
You're a genius. Yeah. When's Russ and Laurie going to be here?
I think within the hour. You don't mind sleeping on the couch, do you?
Yes. I demand hotel money.
Well, Russ has got your room.
What is this, Mom? Between cookies and special meals in my room, you treat the guy like royalty.
Jealous?
Depends on how many cookies you give me. I know what you'll be cooking him next time he comes down. A wedding cake.
Idle dreamer.
Come on, Mom. I can see it in their eyes. Now, look, apart from prevalent theory, I am a romantic guy. Trust me, nothing's going to separate those two.
Not even parents?
You wouldn't. Why? Because of his faith?
Some things have to be talked through, Peter.
Well, I know how to settle it. You put Russ and Dad head to head. Best 2 out of 3 falls in the den. We'll rope it off. Well, that's what's going to happen anyway.
Oh, you have a lot of faith in your father, don't you?
No. I believe in Dad. It's just that I believe more in his temper.
There's a proper time for righteous anger, and it's fast approaching now.
Okay. Call me when the first batch is finished, okay?
And you be on your best behavior this weekend.
Okay.